How's it going, guys? Strife here, and this is the walkthrough for Sorrow's Embrace Path 1. So this path got nerfed quite a bit in the January 28th patch. Before, the first fight was kind of a DPS checker. You did have to manage multiple mobs that kept coming. Now they made it pretty much just like a normal champion golem fight, so it's not too difficult, and pretty much any group can do it now. This path did get quite a bit shorter as well. It's now probably about the length of COF Path 1. You can do it in about 7 minutes with a speedrun group. So right here, the first thing we're going to do, you want to wait for this video and then you can start damaging these turrets. So don't blow all your damage moves before that. Then you see here, we're just going to turn around, jump on this ledge until the first wave of Inquest pass. This part here, we're just going to run together. Previously, you would just have one person run up, but since the change they did is that the waves of Inquest stop spawning once you're activating and fighting this golem, and then they resume spawning after you kill the golem. So there's no, like I said, DPS check to manage as Inquest waves keep spawning while you're fighting. So after this talking sequence, you want to try and pull the group of 4 mobs to the wall so you can again AoE and cleave them down. Then you do want some reflection. You don't need as much anymore, which is why I only have wall and not Shield of the Avenger as well. And then you just DPS it down. Has normal golem moves like knockbacks and punches, nothing too crazy. From here, the waves of Inquest will resume spawning, but you don't actually need to fight them. You can just keep running down this basically gauntlet of turrets and killing them, ignoring the mobs. Eventually the mobs will leash, so it's not too big a deal. And since I only need Wall of Reflection now, I do have 2 shouts to remove conditions like the chilling right there. And the reflection skills are still good. You can put it like right behind you when you're fighting a turret, and it'll block most of the damage from the Inquest as well. So after these 2 barrier turrets, we're going to come to the second boss of this path. His name is Knock. Knock isn't too bad. He has 4 attacks. The main thing you want to watch out for is you don't want to stand next to a ledge or in a position where you can get knocked off into the lava, because one of his 4 attacks is a knockback move. Probably the same distance as any knockback move like Mesmer, Greatsword, for instance. So you'll see I will stand in an area where if I do get knocked back, I would fall on solid ground. The second attack is he's going to freeze one person for about 7 seconds. There's not much you can do really, but since it is only one person, you still have 4 people who can do DPS and try and keep that person up. The third attack he is going to do is he's going to plant little red circles. They are going to cause confusion and vulnerability on you. Just either don't stand in them, or they're actually not that big a deal if you have condition removal. So you can stand in them as long as you have condition removal as well. And then the fourth attack he does is he spawns these things called Singularities. They look like lightning elementals. You can just not stand in them, they do damage, or you can just damage them down with natural cleave while you're DPSing him. So after that boss, we're going to run through this little minefield area. These golems, they do pull you when they put out their fist like that. So you want stability or you want to dodge. And then usually you want the rest of your group to stay a bit behind the first person who goes through, who sets off the mines, because the mines, kind of like a Raw Path 1, will blow up in the people behind you, their face, and it will down them instantly. But as long as they're dodging when the mines blow up, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, or just run in different areas like happened for us. In this room there are 3 golems. You saw I pulled one of them, which caused 2 of them to come first, and we can just LOS on this corner. Some reflection is good because they do have bolt attacks. Then once you kill the first 2, this third golem is like a necro type golem. He causes conditions, mainly poison and bleeding, as you can see from the description. He will place down a big AoE field, kind of like a necro well as well, but he doesn't do it immediately, so like there you didn't see it just because we killed him so fast. But the main thing to watch out for those golems are the first fire golem, which does the most damage, and then the projectile bolt attack from that necro golem. Just use reflection skills and it's not a big deal. In here is the last boss already of this path. You can pull her separately, just hit her once and back off, and you won't aggro the thief that's with her. And then once she gets to, like right here pretty much, I will sword pull her just to get her out of the room fully, and we'll fight her on the stairwell. As far as her attacks go, she's a mesmer, so she has 3 main attacks. She has that knockback you just saw, which is just like the great sword knockback on mesmer. Doesn't really do any damage, so not a big deal. The second thing she does is she will spawn 1 clone. The clone, just like a mesmer clone, it dies really quickly, so again, not too much to worry about. The third attack is really the only thing you want to watch out for. It is basically a great sword 3 attack, a mind stab. It'll put little like mesmer great swords that come out of the ground. You just want to dodge the attack kind of like Subject Alpha, except you want to wait about 1.5 seconds before dodging, which is a little bit quicker than Subject Alpha. So you saw there she did it, and you just waited a bit and then dodged for the evade frames. They do quite a bit of damage. If you get hit by more than maybe 2 or 3, you're going to get down, so you do want to focus on dodging that attack. Again here, you wait about a second, 1.5 seconds, and then dodge. So overall, not too bad, just that 1 attack, and she should go down rather quickly. So that's it. Thanks for watching.